So a lot of people have asked, and some actually go back far enough to know about the Weld buyout that we did many years ago. Here's a few that we pulled out of one of our shipping containers and have here stacked up getting ready to sell. Pretty cool stuff. Still in boxes from Weld. And some pretty unusual stuff. That's a 16.5 velocity. Most people have never even heard or seen of that. Still in the box, new, chrome. And a lot of people think the story is fictitious, but if you look right there, there's where it was shipped to Davis Auto Sales, to JW, 10th month of 2004. Another box, same thing. But when Weld was having some financial troubles many moons ago, 2004, 2003, 2005 era, their truck division was the first to go. The truck division, the motorcycle wheel division, and the car division was what we were told were all different divisions. For some reason, the truck division, I guess, was not profiting as well, or whatever the case may be. So they started chopping staff. And thankfully, actually, one of the very last employees was our connection there. Still got his card on my desk, actually, and my little Rolodex goes back that far. But anyway, one day the call came and said, look, this is what we got left. And it was strange stuff. Matter of fact, there was a set of 18 by 12s. I think I've got one left here. Down bottom, yep. 1812, a wheel called the Tucson. 808 was the part number. The story was with that wheel that maybe one or two sets slipped out, but that wheel was on the production run at that time, and we were the exclusive only one to get them because they closed. So a little history with them. It was pretty interesting. We had hundreds upon hundreds of sets of wheels that rolled in, shipping containers full of them. These were a few that got left, and we just kind of stopped because, you know, Weld wheel at one point got unpopular. Now it's obviously as popular as it ever could be. We still got some. Not positive yet whether we're going to market them or sell them all in one lot. So please don't reach out and call because we haven't made a decision on that yet. We posted a few pictures a while back and people went berserko wanting to buy them and not realizing what 50 or 60 sets of welds go for. That's a big number. So for one person to buy them, that's kind of crazy. The Weld guy that everybody calls the Weld guy out in California, a crap pile of his inventory came from me. He did a big buyout years ago and has always wanted to buy more, but you know, timing is just not that easy for us. We stay really busy. Get some more over here. And of course, the boxes all look like crap because they've gotten wet and sweated, and the wheels definitely probably need some polishing. The aluminum ones, the chrome ones, are still perfect. Weld made a good ass chrome wheel. But anyway, some pretty cool stories. We even had some rings and what they call pro locks that went on these Weld wheels. One of my really good friends that ended up with a set of these, powder coated a set of pro locks. Then later on, we actually put a set of these on the FabTech show truck that we built, which still floats around the Virginia area. We did a set of those powder coated in blue to meet the FabTech colors on the truck. It was a coilover conversion. But anyway, it was a pretty cool time, and there was some really exclusive stuff, like those Tucsons, for example. Other than the set or two that may have slipped out, we were the only ones to ever have those wheels. They had a weird center drop, so it made them really tough to mount or dismount. A ton of 16.514s, brand new in the box. 16.14s, 17.14s. A lot of things that people say they never made, they did, but very few sets. And even back then, this particular guy could call him up and say, hey, I kind of want this or that or the other, and you could have stuff done within reason anyway. There was no such thing as 16 and 18 wides back then for the most part. They did make a series that was a bolt-in center wheel, but as far as anything in a billet wheel or a velocity style Evo, they didn't make any of those that wide. But talks were starting at that point, but a lot of 14 wide stuff that was very unusual. Even had some 4-lug 14 wides made for a guy for a Volkswagen. Tons of 5-lug 14 wides. Matter of fact, we just sold a set of those recently for an F-150 that were 16 514s actually, in a 5-lug pattern, and a set of 16 514s and a 6-lug pattern. A ton of those. But anyway, just a little history with Weld and Weld Racing and Weld Truck Division, Forged, and Weld Industries, and that was the end of it. That's how far it goes back. Right around 04, 05 was the demise of that particular style of the company. I'm sure other people such as National Tire and Wheel and other companies still had inventory on hand, but as far as Weld direct, we were a direct Weld distributor, dealer, whatever you want to call it. That was the end of that side of the company as far as it was known. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and somebody is going to end up with a heck of a cool batch, because this is only one little stack of them compared to what we still have. But that stack is down from stacks and stacks and stacks of them at one point. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.